Sean Taylor's murder was never a mystery built on rumors. The men behind it were caught, tried, and sentenced. Yet years later, NFL legends still return to one painful truth: Taylor was not chasing trouble that night. He was home with his fiancée and baby daughter when a robbery plan reached his bedroom door. This is what really happened, and why his name still carries so much weight. To understand why Taylor's death still hurts football players today, you have to understand what he was becoming. Sean Taylor grew up in South Florida and became a star at Gulliver Prep. He could run, hit, cover, and carry the ball. He was not built like a normal defensive back. He had the size of a linebacker, the speed of a receiver, and the timing to change a game with one play. That talent took him to the University of Miami, where he joined a team packed with future NFL players. As a freshman, he was part of Miami's 2001 national championship team. By his junior year in 2003, he was no longer waiting behind anyone. Taylor intercepted 10 passes that season, tying Miami's single-season record. He returned 3 of those interceptions for touchdowns, another school record. He was named the Big East Defensive Player of the Year, earned consensus All-American honors, and became a finalist for the Jim Thorpe Award. But the numbers only showed part of his value. Quarterbacks had to find number 26 before the snap. Receivers knew one bad route could end with the ball going the other way. Running backs knew Taylor could close open space in seconds. He was not only looking for hard hits. He could read the quarterback, cover deep ground, and take the ball away. Washington selected him with the 5th overall pick in the 2004 NFL Draft. Taylor made an impact at once. As a rookie, he started 13 games and recorded 89 tackles, 4 interceptions, 1 sack, and 2 forced fumbles. His first NFL interception came late against Chicago and helped seal the win. By the end of his second season, his name was tied to some of Washington's biggest plays. In the 2005 regular season finale, he returned a fumble 39 yards for a touchdown. 1 week later, in a playoff win over Tampa Bay, he returned another fumble 51 yards for a score. He could turn defense into points without warning. Then came the 2006 season. Taylor led Washington with 114 tackles and earned his first Pro Bowl selection. During that Pro Bowl, he delivered a famous hit on punter Brian Moorman during a fake punt. The play became one of the most replayed moments of his career. Still, NFL players who knew Taylor say the biggest change was happening away from the field. Taylor had become a father. His daughter Jackie was born in 2006. Teammates saw him becoming calmer, more focused, and more careful about the life he wanted to build. He remained private, but the people close to him believed he was growing into a different man. That change made his 2007 season feel like the start of something much larger. Washington changed his role and allowed him to play deeper in the defense. Taylor no longer had to attack every play near the line. He could watch the quarterback, read the pass, and use his speed across the field. The result was the best football of his NFL career. Through the first 11 weeks of the 2007 season, Taylor had 5 interceptions and was leading the league in that category. He had done it while playing only 9 games. At 24 years old, he was moving from feared hitter to complete free safety. Then a knee injury changed his schedule. Taylor hurt his knee on November 11th and missed Washington's next 2 games. The team played at Tampa Bay on November 25th. Taylor did not play. Instead, he was at his home in the Miami area with his fiancée, Jackie Garcia, and their 18-month-old daughter. That injury is one of the most painful details in the entire case. The men who targeted Taylor's home believed he would be away with his team. They did not know the knee injury had kept him home. Their plan was supposed to be a burglary of an empty house, but this was not a random address. Prosecutors said Jason Mitchell had been inside Taylor's home before. He had attended a birthday gathering for Taylor's half-sister and had seen Taylor give her a purse containing $10,000. That moment helped create the belief that much more cash was inside the house. Rivera later said the group believed they could find between $100,000 and $200,000. Prosecutors also said Mitchell had tried and failed to burglarize the home earlier in November. Instead of stopping, He helped organize another trip. 5 young men from the Fort Myers area became tied to the plan: Jason Mitchell, Eric Rivera Jr., Venja Hunte, Charles Wardlow, and Timothy Brown. They drove across Florida during Thanksgiving weekend. They expected Taylor to be gone. They expected quick money. They did not expect someone to meet them near the bedroom. In the early hours of November 26, Taylor heard noises inside the house. He got up and armed himself with a machete. His fiancée and daughter remained in the bedroom behind him. Then the bedroom door was kicked open. According to Rivera's videotaped confession, Taylor confronted the intruders, and Rivera fired the shot. The bullet struck Taylor in the upper thigh and cut his femoral artery. His fiancée and daughter were not physically hurt. Taylor was rushed to Jackson Memorial Hospital and underwent emergency surgery. Doctors fought to save him after the massive blood loss. For a brief time, there was hope. Then, on November 27, 2007, Sean Taylor died. He was 24 years old. The NFL had lost one of its fastest rising defenders. A young daughter had lost her father. A family that had been sleeping inside its own home had been changed forever, but the next question was immediate. Who had done it? Investigators moved quickly. Shoe print evidence, phone records, witness statements, and confessions helped lead police toward the Fort Myers group. 4 suspects were arrested only days after the shooting. A 5th suspect, Timothy Brown, was charged later. Still, an arrest was not the same as proving who fired the shot and who built the plan. That answer took years to settle in court. Eric Rivera Jr. was 17 at the time of the crime. In his recorded confession, he said he shot Taylor after the bedroom confrontation. At his 2013 trial, Rivera changed his story. He claimed the confession had been forced and blamed another member of the group. The jury did not accept his full defense. Rivera was convicted of second-degree murder and armed burglary. In January 2014, he was sentenced to 57.5 years in prison. But Rivera was only one part of the case. Jason Mitchell was accused of organizing the burglary. Prosecutors argued that he knew the house, knew about the cash, and remained at the center of the second attempt to enter it. Mitchell did not fire the fatal shot, but that did not free him from responsibility. Under Florida's felony murder law, a person can be convicted of murder when someone dies during a serious crime that person knowingly joined. In 2014, a jury convicted Mitchell of first-degree felony murder and armed burglary. He received life in prison without parole for the murder, plus 40 years for the burglary. The remaining cases also ended with punishment. Venja Hunte pleaded guilty and received a 29-year sentence. Charles Wardlow received 30 years. Timothy Brown, the final defendant to resolve his case, pleaded guilty and received 18 years. That is the legal truth behind Sean Taylor's murder. Eric Rivera was convicted in the shooting. Jason Mitchell was convicted as the organizer of the burglary that led to Taylor's death. The other men were also held responsible for joining the crime. There is no need to create a hidden killer or secret NFL plot. The case was built through evidence, confessions, guilty pleas, jury verdicts, and prison sentences. But NFL legends reveal another part of the truth, one that a courtroom could never measure. Former teammates and fellow safeties such as Ryan Clark, Clinton Portis, Santana Moss, Fred Smoot, and Ed Reed have kept Taylor's story alive. They do not only speak about the hits, they speak about his range, his work, his loyalty, and the player he had not yet finished becoming. That point matters. Taylor played only 4 NFL seasons. He appeared in 55 regular season games, yet he finished with 12 interceptions and earned 2 Pro Bowl selections. His second Pro Bowl honor and second-team All-Pro selection came after his death. His final season showed the full picture. The same player, once known mainly for violent tackles, had become a smart center field safety who could control the deep part of the field. He was producing at an elite level before reaching his physical prime. No one can honestly say exactly how great he would have become, but the players who faced him and worked beside him understood the ceiling. They saw a safety with rare size, speed, instincts, and fearlessness. They also saw a young father becoming more serious about his future. That is why his legacy did not fade when the case ended. Washington inducted Taylor into its Ring of Fame in 2008. The franchise later renamed a road near its stadium in his honor. In 2021, Washington officially retired number 21 with Taylor's family present. Other defensive backs continued wearing numbers 21, 26, or 36 to honor him. Fans kept his jersey in the stands. Younger players studied clips from a career that ended before many of them were old enough to remember it live. And that brings the story back to the title. The truth about Sean Taylor's murder is not that legends uncovered a mystery years later. The courts established who took part, who fired the shot, and who planned the robbery. What NFL Legends revealed was why the loss remains so heavy. Sean Taylor was not killed in a fight he searched for. He was inside his own home with his family. A group looking for cash entered the house, and Taylor stood between them and the bedroom. His final act matched the way he played football. He moved toward danger to protect the people behind him. The robbery failed to produce the money the group expected. Instead, it ended a life, destroyed a family's future, and sent 5 men toward long prison sentences, but it did not erase number 21. Sean Taylor remains one of the clearest examples of talent taken before its full story could be written. His highlights show what he was. The words of NFL legends show what he might have become. And the court record shows exactly why he never got that chance.